Prichett. Dorothy is the founder of Legal Goddess Network, and Dorothy has worked with women lawyers in various capacities for 20 plus years and wanted to design a program that would combine the business of law with the practice of law. She served on the board of directors for the Georgia Association for Women Lawyers as VP of Leadership. Dotty has led workshops for women lawyers and presented topics for CLE credit. As a member of the Georgia Association for Women Lawyers, she has created strategic partnerships with the business community, developed leadership training materials, and presented business development communications and career-related seminars. She has worked in law firms for more than 10 years and has coached women lawyers in all stages of their careers and in diverse practice areas. Dotty was the founder and managing partner of the legal division of an international executive search firm. She's been awarded the ACC Coach Certification and the CGCL Group Coaching Leadership Certification by the International Coach Federation and has a successful career coach business, Andrew Grace Associates. Dotty, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Diane, for having me. It's my pleasure.
Dotty, what is a legal goddess?
Well, my definition of a legal goddess is a woman lawyer who combines the male characteristics of risk-taking and commitment, and then the female characteristics of compassion, of collaboration, and creativity. So it's the combination of both of those male and female energies.
Some women, they may embrace this idea of a legal goddess, but there are other women who might say, this is a little over the top for me.
Exactly, and I recognize that. And it's not for everyone. It's interesting when I talk to people and tell them about the legal goddess, the people that I think this is meant for are the ones who smile and they laugh, and the other people just look straight ahead. And so it's really not for everyone, but it's for those individual women lawyers who are looking about how to do something a little bit differently, who want to develop business in a different way, and just like the fun and playfulness of the goddess language.
How have you used creativity and collaboration in the programs that you offer in the Legal Goddess Network?
Well, because I do believe in that whole creativity and the collaboration. And the creativity is in the types of programs that people can experience. For example, we're going to have Legal Goddess Adventures. And one Legal Goddess Adventure is taking a canoe trip out on the Boundary Waters in Ely, Minnesota. And the idea here, it's 3 days, 2 nights that you actually spend camping. It's a small group of women. And the point is that you're in nature, and that is a way to feel grounded, to feel regenerated, to feel re-energized, but to develop relationships with other women lawyers. And so that's one of the creative way. The collaborative way is to provide an opportunity for women lawyers to get to know one another. And most of the business that women lawyers get as attorneys has to do with who they know in the law. In other words, it's referrals from other lawyers.
Tell me briefly about your background and what did spark the creation of the Legal Goddess Network for you?
Well, thank you for asking. My background has been in law for many, many years, as you mentioned earlier. I used to actually work in a law firm, and then I actually did the recruiting for attorneys. And throughout that time period, I would often hear people saying, this career is just not me. I don't like the argumentative nature of law. I loved going to law school, and I went to law school to make a difference. But in the practice of law, it's really very different in the situation that many attorneys have found themselves. And so I wanted to create this program where you can be authentically the lawyer that you are without trying to have the persona of a lawyer that you think you should be. In other words, you can be an effective lawyer without arguing. You can be an effective lawyer by creating collaborative situations where there are win-win situations.
Now, if someone is, joins your Legal Goddess Network, what do you offer them?
Well, first of all, there is no charge to join the Legal Goddess Network. Again, my goal is to bring about a group of women who get to know one another. And if you join, you receive a newsletter, you receive invitations to come to what I'm calling goddess gatherings. So there would be face-to-face events with individuals. There would also be opportunities to listen to women lawyers that I am describing as being legal goddesses. So it's to receive the inspiration of women lawyers who do combine that male and female characteristics. There's also group coaching, and there is a charge for the group coaching. But in the group coaching, the goal is to learn business development tools, but it's to learn the tools that are your strengths. And so in that, each person would receive a copy of the Tom Ross book, the Strength Finder 2.0, which is an online assessment that you find out your top 5 strengths. Well, in the group coaching, we would work to transform those strengths into business development assets, because that's the whole goal, not only of the networking within the Legal Goddess Network, but it's to generate revenue.
The group coaching now, is that face-to-face? Is it over the telephone or a
That would be
computer?
on the telephone.
Okay.
And so there would be a dedicated line that you would call in at specific times, and there would be collateral materials that would be supporting between the calls. The calls would be recorded so that if you don't have time to be there in person, live on the phone call, that you could download those calls. So they're trying to make it as accommodating to the busy schedule that women lawyers have in order for them to have a learning experience. But then the group coaching is also to enjoy the wisdom of the group and to again build those relationships.
Some business development, as you said, is the primary focus of the Legal Goddess Network. So how do you enable the lawyers to find their clients?
You're sharing with other women lawyers, this is my ideal client, this is who I'm looking for. And through this network, other lawyers get to know you and have this sense of trust of, yes, I would like to refer my clients who need your services. So it's building the rapport and the trust with other women lawyers who can refer business to you. So that's one way to help the individuals find clients. The other way is to develop a business strategy based on your strengths, which is what I mentioned earlier about understanding your strengths, because a lot of people don't know what they are.
That's
you
true.
know, it's like they did not learn how to develop business in law school. That was not one of the courses. And it's also often a behavior that many lawyers shy away from. I don't want to be a salesperson. And so to understand how you can not be a salesperson, but to attract clients is part of the goal of the group coaching.
Right, and some of that client sharing, I mean, not everybody's in the same type of practice, so certainly you can share clients or refer clients to one another if it's something that you don't do.
Absolutely.
Or even if it is, if you're overloaded.
Well, if you're overloaded, and also if there's a client conflict. In other words, there may be some relationships that they'll conflict out and say, even though I do this work, there is a conflict and I'm not able to do this work. And so there can be many different reasons that people refer business.
So what is the secret of your success in business? You've had a long history in business yourself, and our viewers are always interested in the successes of other business people. So tell me, what is your secret for success?
I think that my secret of success is I just love what I do. I really love it. It is so much fun. And part of why I think I've been successful too is that I had worked with a coach at one point to understand what my life purpose is, and which is to create joy by listening, connecting, and empowering others. And so what I've found is if I'm doing that, if it's sitting here talking with you, if it's talking to a lot of people I don't know, if it's standing in front of a room, if it's coaching one-on-one, but if I'm doing that where I feel like I am listening and empowering someone else, I just love it. It's just fun. So I guess the secret of success is I haven't quit. I keep doing it because I just love it. And when I talk with, in particular with women lawyers, because I just respect the intellect, I respect the difference that they can make.
Thank you so much for your expertise.
Oh, it's been fun to talk to you.
Great. Thank you for being with us. We've been talking with Dotty Prichett, and she's the founder of Legal Goddess Network.
Right.
Did you get that correct?
That's right.
And thank you for being with us, and this is Diane Bogino saying so long until next time.